do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure? How do you lead the world without having the best health care?
You know what freaked everybody out was that debate.
Yep.
It wasn't a great night. It was a bad night.
Terrible night.
And everybody lost their mind.
We all thought it was terrible. And I said, yeah, you did, Joe. But we have hundreds of people waiting for us. Put your shoulders back. Walk out there.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your...
Woo! This is where the goosebumps... I can't believe she asked this question.
I was sick.
Clinton Jaws. I'm about to go camping, and then The View comes on. Joe Biden's on The View. I totally forgot about this. And now I have to do a video. I don't know if I'm going to go camping. You have to watch this. They did it. They actually did it. And I was thinking, why are you on there, Joe? Why are you doing this to yourself? And then his wife comes on after. And I'm like, that's why. Jill, you're behind it. Because you miss the power. You miss being famous. And she does this to him. And I just about... I goosebumps went down my back because they asked him the question. Are you all right up here? They actually asked him the question about the Biden cover-up. Watch this. Guys, like this video. It's the only thing I care about. I had to stop watching and come on here. Listen to what Joyce says right off the bat. They really like you. Joe, you answered every question.
They miss you. I'm actually interviewing for a job as a cameraman.
What? What?
We are beyond happy to have you here today for a lot of different reasons.
Why would you do this? Remember, guys, he was given every question before he came. He knows what the questions are.
Why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
What?
They went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman, she's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign.
So Harris is sexist?
I said that to him.
They ask him, do you think you would have beat Trump?
I was sick and tired of trickle-down economics. And my dad used to say, not a whole lot trickle down on his kitchen table. Mm-hmm. And so we built the economy from the middle out and the bottom up. Yeah. But like I said, I'll lay you 8-5 if when that election started, I told you we were going to get any of that done. None of you would have thought it happened. Yeah. Not because negative. I mean, it was... anyway, as they say in Southern, we've done pretty good.
Right.
Oh,
boy. That was great.
It was?
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
And then when we come back...
I'll be even shorter.
Now they ask him, how do you think Trump's doing? His first 100 days, how do you think he's doing?
I think he has done, quite frankly, a very poor job in the interest of the United States of America. I think the way he's dealing, I know you don't want to talk about foreign policy, I'll just be a second.
I found this part odd. I was editing this video and then I seen something. I'm like, what the heck is that? Biden says, I know you don't want me talking about foreign policy, and then some kind of noise or buzzer goes off. Was that a deliberate interruption?
I think, the greatest alliance in the history of the world is with NATO, not a joke. Yeah. I think that he has demonstrated to the rest of the world that, the idea that he has a relationship with Putin the way he does. I've known Putin for over 45 years. The man's not, he's a dictator. Yeah. I could go on, and then domestically, I don't understand, why is he going after people's health care and Social Security? Why is he doing that?
What was that sound? That was weird. Were they saying like, okay, next? I don't know. Were they trying to interrupt something? I got to rewind that. And look at the View's hosts' faces.
He's a dictator. Yeah. I could go on, and then domestically, I don't understand, why is he going after people's health care and Social Security? Why is he doing that? What possible reason is that? How is he saving money? People paid to get into these
Something weird going on.
Yeah. Anyway, I can be short.
And do you take any responsibility for Trump's re-election?
No one thought I could get past an over $1 trillion plan to rebuild the country. Mm-hmm. Well, we made a lot of commitments, and we billion-dollar tunnels going through for Amtrak, bridges, so on. And we knew none of this would occur for another 6 months to 2 years. It takes time to do all that. I mean, for example, we invented the computer chip. It's a multi-trillion-dollar future. But guess what? Because it was cheaper to get cheaper labor.
He invented the computer chip, guys.
They sent it overseas, brought the product back home. We lost control that what was doing. But we knew, and I knew this. I knew it wasn't going to happen right away.
What?
The projects, the benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best healthcare in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done? And they're all set up to do it. This is a guy who left with the largest deficit any president has added when he was last time president. And cut it to his choice. What's it all about?
Oh my
cut
God.
all these programs, give another $5 trillion tax cut for the super wealthy. I admire people who can make a hell of a lot of money.
Now Jill comes on. Oh, it gets awkward. I don't even know how I'm going to edit this.
I'm shopping in the supermarket a little bit more than I was.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and we've taken the train. We never could take the train before.
Yeah.
In the last couple days, I've been on a lot of airplanes. So I've been in LA and New York and DC. So, so doing a lot of traveling. Getting a lot
Still
done.
a Secret Service. That's the
aeroplane.
benefit.
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out deeply sourced from Democratic sources that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your...
Woo! This is where the goosebumps. I can't believe she asked this question. I can't believe it. How awkward. I get goosebumps when I feel awkward. Watch this. But first, guys, this is something I'm really proud of, and this is a true story. True story. I went to college when I was younger, and I didn't learn a thing. I was all about drinking with the boys and dancing with the girls. There was one course I was interested in, and that was philosophy. And honestly, I don't remember a thing. But I took it again online at Hillsdale College for free. And yes, they're today's sponsor. Hillsdale College is offering more than 40 free online courses in the most important and enduring subjects. You can get into C.S. Lewis, the stories in Genesis, the rise and fall of Roman Republic, and my personal favorite, Introduction to Western Philosophy.
What is the good? What is the will? What is a unifying cause? What's at the beginning of everything?
It's 14 lectures, self-paced, and yeah, you can suck on a beer while you're doing it. All you got to do is go to hillsdale.edu/Clinton. It's free and it's simple to get started. Click the link in the description. It's hillsdale.edu/Clinton. It's easy to enroll, it's free, and you know what? It's never too late.
Claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities in the final year of your presidency. What is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. We were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying.
No decline there. Are you going to answer it?
You know, one of the things and
Alyssa, you know, one of the things I think is that
I haven't seen
the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us. And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day.
Oh, he's overworked. That's what it was. That's why he's mentally unstable.
I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day. Then at night, I'd be in bed, you know, reading my book, and he was still on the phone, reading his briefings.
On the phone?
Working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House, being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live. You live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never leave
being
it.
a cop.
And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today...
So good.
If you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
Wouldn't you know, it'd stop on a face like that. Yeah, that's what we want. Anytime. A ghost. That's who we want leading the most important country in the entire world. I got to screenshot that.
And Mr. President, just to follow up on this, some of the reporting is that people like the former president you served under, Barack Obama, George Clooney, a longtime supporter of yours, major Democratic donor, Chuck Schumer, your dear friend Nancy Pelosi, also had expressed concerns about your ability to do the job for 4 more years. Can I ask what your relationship is with President Obama and how you address those concerns that they raised?
Let me put it this way. I had 6 more months. I did a pretty good job in 6 months. Yeah, that's right. As a
with his auto pen.
But the point of the matter is that I would offer specific evidence, if we had time, exactly what I got done when I was supposedly lost my cognitive capability. And secondly,
you're fully
what we did after we got out of the race. I said when I got out of the race, I was still going to be president.
Yeah, you know what freaked everybody out was that debate.
Yep.
It wasn't a great night. It was a bad night.
Terrible night.
And everybody lost their mind.
Yep.
Because, of course, no one has ever had a bad night when they were. Right. Nobody tries to have a bad night. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So
just a bad night, guys. You can clearly see the guy is not capable of even having a conversation. He is mentally not well. We all seen the decline. Why are they hiding it? You can see it's right in front of you.
Why do you think people bought into it, especially the Democrats?
It took on a life of, and I had a very, I'm going to say something outrageous. I've not lost many debates in my life. I've been pretty good at doing that.
What's that tell you?
I was sick. I was, no excuse. But I was not.
It's an explanation.
We know you're sick.
And I had a bad night.
Mm-hmm. And Hannah, you know, Joe came on. I went onto the stage after the debate. I mean,
and said, "You answered every question, Joe."
We all thought it was terrible. And so Joe looked at me and he said, I'll use screwed up. He said, he didn't say that. And I said, yeah.
We all know Joe Biden. We know what he said.
And I said, yeah, you did, Joe. But we have hundreds of people waiting for us. Put your shoulders back. Walk out there. You know, be who you are.
Why?
And we were not going to let 90 minutes.
She's evil. That is an evil woman. Get out there, Joe. Be who you are. He can't. He is being who he is. And he's a shell of his former self. You're a sicko, lady. Doing that to him.
Of a debate define his presidency and all those years of service.
Well, Dr. Biden, I do want to ask you.
What a bag.
Well, you know what? You know what? Look, we see what happened.
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes you
can see it.
Kick it up and you stand up. We're here. We're in it together. He's not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're going to fight until we get what we
Give it a month.
We'll
She'll
right
remarry.
back.
Oh my God, that was worse than I thought. I watched part of it and then I came out here and I'm like, I'll just watch it live. Woo! Guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.